Warning, this video contains flashing lights. I apologize if I look exhausted in the intro today. For some reason, I was really struggling to get sleep last night. But hello, gorgeous people. What is going on? And welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are back going over the analog horror series, Pontiac Robotics Archive. I found this channel last year and I thought it was one of the weirdest and creepiest things that I've covered on the channel. In case you don't remember, this series revolves around an android named Meg. Over the course of 20 unsettling tapes, we witness Meg being abused and dismantled by a man named Sylvester. He performs dental work on her, throws her around, and even sets her on fire. But what really brings things to the next level is the possibility that Meg is alive. And it's heavily implied that Sylvester's wife's soul is trapped inside the android. If you haven't seen the first season of this series, I highly recommend you go and watch that first, either on the Pontiac Robotics Archive channel, or you can watch my previous video on this series. Both will be linked in the description down below. Today, we're going to be covering the rest of the series now that it's been completed, which includes season 2 and season 3. And I know it's been like a year and a half since I last covered it, so here's a mini recap for you. In season 1, we're introduced to Meg, an android that looks like she's been through a lot. In almost every video in the first season, we witness Meg being destroyed or messed with by a man in a white mask. He messes with her teeth, sets her on fire, smashes her faceplate, and leaves her out in the rain. Throughout the season, it's kind of hard to tell if Meg is actually just an android or if she's actually alive with a soul trapped inside of her. But by looking closer at the videos, we do get some more information. It seems that Meg used to be the wife of the man in the white mask. In one of the videos, we hear a news report about a woman named Megan who found out her husband Sylvester cheated on her with a coworker at a local orthodontist center. In response, she set their house on fire. Sylvester and their daughter Sarah survived, but Sylvester suffered severe burns to his face and hands. Megan tried to escape through a window, but couldn't get it open in time and died in the fire. We know Sylvester is the man in the white mask because he wears gloves and a mask to cover up his burns. Later, we learn that he works at a place called Pontiac Robotics, where he builds robots for different companies, including orthodontist offices, and even mascot restaurants. One of these robots is shown in a warehouse labeled Ortho Android Meg. According to Sarah,
that looks like Mommy.
Then we hear another news story about a robbery. Someone stole an interactive android from the Utopia orthodontic space. From all this information, I believe Meg is the android that was stolen, and Sylvester is the one that took it. Even though he originally made the android for the orthodontics company, he stole it because it was modeled after his late wife. It also seems that he may have performed some kind of ritual to put her soul inside of the android. In one video, we see a paper with Megan Resurrection written in Latin at the top. We also witness Megan throw her leg at Sylvester, and we even hear her say,
"This is your fault, Sylvester."
So I believe Sylvester is now torturing and destroying Meg as a way to get revenge on her for when she burned his face. But it's important to note that Sylvester is not alone in these videos. There's clearly a cameraman recording everything. In a few clips, it's implied that while Sylvester keeps breaking Meg, someone keeps trying to put her back together. I believe this person is the cameraman. But unfortunately, despite trying to fix her, none of this seems to matter in the season finale, because Sylvester burns Meg in a fire outside, and all that remains of the android is a small foot. So now, since the series is completed, we're going to be watching season 2 and season 3 today, which is around 20 videos in total. Honestly, I have no idea where this series is going to go next. I mean, Meg is gone, right? She was burned completely, so what's going to happen next? Are we going to see Sylvester torture another robot or something? I guess we're going to have to find out. As always, please be sure to go and support the original creator of this series, Pontiac Robotics Archive, whose link to their channel will be at the top of the description down below. Please be sure to go and support your analog horror content creators. Also, one more thing I want to mention before we start, they do have a merch page, so if you're interested, be sure to go check it out using the link in the description down below. And alright guys, I think that's enough of me yapping. So here we go, let's jump right in. Tape 21. All right, we're gonna stop right there because we're already getting some stuff. First of all, at the end of my last video that I made on this, I did say how I felt like that there was another person involved in this that was recording. So it was Sylvester, a recorder, and the daughter. And this is, 100% proof. We got the recorder here, we got Sarah here, and then you can see this says mommy, and then this I'm sure says daddy. Poor Meg, we know that she burned, so this makes sense. It's incredibly sad. This is also Sarah's toy train that she went to go grab at the end of season 1. But who is the recorder? And how are they connected to this family? And why are they, why is the recorder best buddies with Sarah while the dad's all the way over here? It's just a little weird. I do have captions on, by the way, just because it is hard to understand these things sometimes.
What are you recording? Oh, video logs. So, business is not doing so well. All this news attached to Pontiac Robotics is putting a bad taste in customers' mouths, just because we are heavily associated with them. That Meg android that they made is all over the papers. Pontiac used some similar cosmetics to make one of our bots. It even shares a name. People will associate the two, and we'll be ruined. We've never had problems like this. It's ridiculous to think that this kind of thing can have an impact on our real-life franchise.
I was gonna pause to try to explain what's going on there, but I'm not 100% sure. So we're gonna finish playing the video first. Damn, are these curtains gonna open, bro? If I'm waiting for the curtains to open.
Calliope Entertainment, in conjunction with Pontiac Robotics, presents The Wild Warblers.
Hello, everyone. My name is Roger.
Oh no, Sarah, my video ran out of tape. I guess we will have to go again tomorrow.
Okay, so let's go through what just happened. So the video starts with Sylvester asking Sarah if she wants to go to what I believe is White Warber's Pizza. I think that's the name of the place that they go to. It's a bit hard to hear. And Sarah says, we just went yesterday. You really want to go again? But Sylvester convinces her saying oh, don't you want to see the animatronics? And don't you want to go down the slide? So it's weird that they went yesterday and now they're going again today. Clearly Sylvester has some interest with something there. Then we get this meeting between these two people. And this is a bit confusing here, and I'm sure we'll have a better understanding of this later. But they say business isn't doing well because of the news that's going around with Pontiac Robotics, and they're heavily associated with Pontiac Robotics. They say the Meg android they made is all over the papers. Who they is, I'm guessing, is Sylvester and the recorder, but that doesn't, I don't know how that would have gotten out and why that would be on the news. And then they say Pontiac used similar things to make one of their bots. It even shares a name. So if these people talking here are the people that own White Warber's Pizza, the pizza joint that we just saw, then that would make sense, because Pontiac Robotics, we know, built some of those animatronics that we see. They also built the Meg robot. So it seems like Pontiac Robotics does a lot of different robot building for different companies, which makes sense. But what confuses me is if this is the White Warber's Pizza company, if these are the workers talking, then they're basically saying that they have a bot also named Meg. And that's confusing to me. I also thought this could be the business people for Utopia Orthodontics talking about it, because they also would of course have a Megbot because they use Megbot in the commercials that they made. But it's just not, I'm not 100% sure who's talking here. But either way, the fact that they're talking about, did you see the Meg android all over the papers that they made? So it just makes me think that that creepy, you know, Meg that was getting abused in season 1 is somehow out in the open, like somehow there's pictures of it in the news, which is just very confusing to me. But again, we're just starting, so we got time. And then the weirdest thing too is obviously the show's about to begin. It literally just starts, and then Sylvester says to Sarah like, oh no, my camera ran out of footage, so we're gonna have to come back again tomorrow. And even though we don't see video, we still hear audio, so I don't know if he's lying or what, but he clearly is, he's got something weird going on here because he wants to come here 3 days in a row. That's weird. Why would you want to go to a pizzeria 3 days in a row? Clearly has some interest in one of the animatronics or something going on here. But let's jump into the next one and see if we can find out what's up. By the way, I am going to keep captions on during majority of me covering the series just so that it may help us understand whatever's being said if it is hard to understand. Tape 22. Okay, where are we now? Looks like we might be back in the main house.
This is the police. Stand down. What are you doing here, you dirty scamper? You are under arrest. I am taking your daughter to an orphanage. Rotten scum. Why I oughta. If you continue to put up a fight, I'll tase you. Oh my god. Ah, Sarah's Legos.
The field. And that was the mask that Meg wore. I'm a little speechless right now. That choreography, the fighting was very memey, but it seems like a police officer walked into Sylvester's house, tried to arrest him, and instead Sylvester beat him up or possibly killed him. I'm not even sure if this is a real police officer or not, because it looks like they're wearing a hat, which, I mean, it's hard to see, but this outfit does not look like a police officer outfit. But Sylvester's like beating him up, and then he finds Sarah's Legos on the floor and he's bleeding, and then I'm not sure what happens right there. Oh. Okay, wait, no. Because this person is wearing gloves, so this is Sylvester hitting the cop over the head, I guess. Okay, interesting. I thought that was Sylvester on the ground because we heard him say Sarah's Legos, but this is Sylvester because this is, he had the gloves on and just now when he was fighting the police officer. We see like a bunch of movement going on here, and it looks like we make it outside. And then of course at the end here, we see what I believe is the backyard or the field that Sylvester used to take Meg out to. And Meg's old mask, or like her second face that she had, is here. And we hear a little voice at the end, and I'm pretty sure it's reversed audio. So let's check it out.
Remember Sylvester.
Okay, so the audio backwards says remember Sylvester, and that is in Meg's voice. Again, I'm not sure where this is gonna go from here because we see Meg's mask and we hear her voice, but they literally like burned her entire android body in the last video, and there was just nothing left but a foot. So I don't know how she's gonna come back, but on to the next one. Tape 23. Okay, the description for this one says official Wild Warblers Pontiac Robotics demo video. Meg the Pizza Chef. V.2 1994 intro. So that confirms it. The people that we saw talking in the first video, those were business people for Wild Warblers, and the name is Wild Warblers, not White Warblers. So they have apparently an animatronic that is also a Meg. Let's take a look. Official Wild Warblers Pontiac Robotics demo video. Meg the Pizza Chef. It does look similar. Music goes hard. Oh, hello.
Welcome to today's show. I'm Meg the Pizza Chef.
Welcome to today's show. I'm Meg the Pizza Chef. And I think that's it. So now I think I see where this is going. That's why Sylvester has an obsession with this place. I'm guessing he wants this Meg robot. Just like how he stole the other one from Utopia Orthodontics, he probably wants this one too, because it looks just like the other Meg. Now, what's interesting though, is if I'm correct, and he wants this Meg, why would he want this Meg? He literally burned the last one. In video 20, which was the season finale of the last time I went over this, when they burn the robot, it says in Latin, the recorder won't be happy. So that has to mean that Sylvester was the one that burned it. So why would he burn the Meg robot and then now want to get another one? Unless it's because he completely destroyed the last one and he was like, all right, I need a brand new one now, another one to destroy. Meg cannot catch a break, man. An affair, then she dies in a fire, then her spirit might have been brought back into an android, then she gets beat up as an android and destroyed and burned, and now it might happen again. Like... Damn, man. On to the next one. Tape 24. Meg the Pizza Chef to recommission.
Commission instruction tape for the Meg the Pizza Chef animatronic. You will be repurposing a damaged spot to resell to a client that is not affiliated with the Wild Warblers brand. This tape is meant to supplement the instruction manual, not replace it.
Alright, hold on. There's only auto-generated. It's pretty clear to hear the audio in this one, though.
First, remove the chef hat. Remove the apron. Remove the drumsticks. Remove the drum and return the arms to a vertical position. Corporate will send a shipment of the client's preferred cosmetics, such as shoes and shirt.
Okay, I'm sorry. Maybe I just have hearing problems, but I do gotta turn them on now.
Corporate will send a shipment of the client's preferred cosmetics, such as shoes and shirt.
What are you doing? I'm recording this for the boss. Make sure he sees that we did all this hard work. Oh, I got it. I found this bit here I need to readjust.
What is he readjusting?
Have you seen the repair file for this thing? Thicker than a phone book.
Yeah, I know. That weirdo kept meddling with this thing behind the curtains.
I'd pop that cretin in the kisser if he wasn't keeping my family fed.
They're shipping this piece of crap to some place they don't need the arms working, right?
Yeah, some dentist place. Utopia or something.
Wait. Wait, that last line of dialogue is kind of crazy, actually. So first of all, they're decommissioning Meg the Pizza Chef because they're actually going to repurpose this animatronic and send it off to somewhere else. Then while they're decommissioning it, they say like someone kept messing with the back of its head, like some creep. And one of the guys goes, yeah, I would have popped him in the kisser if he wasn't keeping my family fed. Meaning like he would have punched him if he wasn't keeping his family fed. So that implies like it's their boss that was the one messing with it, or at least someone higher up, which maybe could be Sylvester if he's like, you know, the one creating the bots at Pontiac Robotics Archives that are going here. They said the bots being decommissioned and sent to Utopia Orthodontics, which could mean this is the original Meg. And everything that we're seeing is a prequel to season 1. Like, this is what Meg originally looked like before even tape 1 of season 1. But then I don't think that would make sense to like the business meeting that we heard in the 21st tape here. That's kind of crazy if this actually turns out to be a prequel. I mean, that would be interesting because I'm just gonna put it on screen here, a picture of what Meg looked like when we first met her, and she's already severely messed with and destroyed, which I do believe like this version of Meg could turn into that. So that could make sense. Okay, I've been sitting here trying to think of just anything else. We're just gonna go to the next episode. Here we go. Tape 25. Okay, this is definitely back at Sylvester's house. Recognize those stairs. Ooh, that's a new mask.
Dad, we went yesterday. Can we go somewhere else?
Okay, that's Sylvester again asking Sarah to go to White Warblers, and she's like, we went yesterday, let's go somewhere else. Okay, that confirms it.
Matthew, come here. It comes Steve. That android is beat it up. I need you to record me.
Can you do that? Because it looks like your wife.
Yeah. Look, am I ever steered you wrong back?
Yeah. This is kind of absurd. How are you even gonna do it?
Look, I'm not stealing it from this office. That would be too obvious. I am waiting for them to take it to a trade show and steal it from there.
Fine. But only because you're my friend.
Let's just go through this again because we get some kind of flashing images here for a second. Okay, so the lights turn off. Did the eyes actually change that much? I feel like the eyes look almost bigger here in the dark than they do here. Then, for some reason, the head gets replaced with a telephone, which is really odd. And then it twists into this Meg, which just confirms to me like these are the same. This is what Meg looked like before she eventually got all messed up and we saw her in tape 1. So this is a prequel, or at least these first 5 tapes are prequels so far. Then we get a conversation between Sylvester and I think someone named Matt. Shout out to Cass, who has the top comments under this video. They basically wrote out everything that was said, so I don't have to go through it bit by bit. But that conversation went like this. Matthew, come here. I'm gonna steal that android and beat it up. I need you to record me. Why would you do that? Because it looks like your wife? Yeah, look. Have I ever steered you wrong, Matt? Yeah, this is kind of absurd. How are you even gonna do it? Look, I'm not stealing it from this office. That would be too obvious. I'm waiting for them to take it to a trade show and steal it from there. Fine, but only because you're my friend. That's pretty much exactly what I thought it said listening to it. So that means that the recorder is Matt, and Matt is friends with Sylvester. So this is perfectly confirming everything that was a little bit up in the air from season 1. The fact that he was, you know, gonna steal the android from the trade show. He does steal it from the trade show, and there definitely is a separate person recording, and that's Matt. And he is beating it up because it looks like his wife. It's just like, why though? Just because he's a little crazy, or is there like a genuine reason for all of this? I am liking the amount of information that we're getting and the fact that I'm easily understanding what's going on here. So all right, let's jump into the next one. Tape 26. God, it's so creepy looking. Sounds like no, run, 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 run. And this must be a Utopia orthodontist. God, it's such a creepy bot too. I don't care what the purpose of it is. Rhode Island Convention Center. Yep, here we go. This is her getting stolen. Rhode Island Convention Center grand opening. So my thoughts with this, right, is that, okay, this is when Meg gets stolen, that all makes sense, but this confirms that, you know, his wife's soul, Sylvester's wife's soul, Megan, is in this robot, because it seems to see him recording, you know, stealing her, and it's saying no, run, run, run. And it's not even in his possession yet. I originally thought he stole this robot, right? It looked like his wife. He brings it home, and then he does some kind of like ancient ritual to resurrect her soul into this robot. And then he tortures the robot as a way of just being horrible, really. I can't even say, I guess getting revenge for burning him, you know, by causing that fire. But it seems that her soul is already in this robot even before he takes her. And if you notice here, I think this is intentional. Look at this. Meg's eyes open at the beginning of the video, and then we see her here. So is this the first moment that Meg's soul appears in this robot? Or was Sylvester going to Wild Warblers and already doing something to the Meg animatronic so that it would stop working, so that they would have to decommission it and send it off somewhere else? Like, did he really plan all this out? Did he somehow get her soul in this android, sabotage it so that it wouldn't work for White Warblers, knowing that Utopia Orthodontics would take it, and then he develops this plan like he's gonna steal it from the convention center? Because it just seems random to me that the soul would just appear into the robot right now. But again, let's keep watching and find out more. Tape 27. More animatronics. Don't believe we've seen these before. Okay, we've seen that one before. Pretty sure that's a part of Wild Warblers. Hello, Meg. I'm wondering if this is what the convention center was maybe originally going to show off, was a ton of different animatronics or something, and we're just seeing footage of that convention going on, because it almost looks like all of these animatronics that we see throughout this video are on like display, and then Meg is just included there. Now obviously Meg's form here, Meg looks pretty terrified here, and I believe the face even changes here, right? Yeah, it's just like a different color there for a second. Like, I know it's a robot, but the fact that her soul might be in it, I kind of feel bad. Okay, on to the next one. Tape 28. No audio. Again, looks like we're back at Sylvester's home. Oh god, I hate that. Now these are more of the creepy, odd videos I was expecting. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh my god. I'm not gonna lie, we're gonna have to blur just that part there. Is he gonna hit her with the chair? He is. Jesus. I just want to say, I think the creepiest part of this video is this, dude. Like, the fact that he's dressing her up like this is just so sick. It's so... The series gives me such mixed vibes because it's memey, right? Because like you get the people fighting, like Sylvester fighting the police officer apparently. And then you get stuff like this, which is... Dude, he stole an android or a robot that looked just like his wife, brought it home, and then started dressing it up. And he put sunglasses on it and like put this different face model here. It's just so weird. And then I don't know what he was attempting to do here, but he's like messing with the mechanism for the bot. And I don't think I could show that, but his finger ends up getting cut pretty badly, which explains the title of this tape, which is called Ill-Fated Hemorrhage. So that makes sense. It looks like it really messed up his hand really badly, because there's a good amount of blood there. And then he obviously gets really pissed, throws her on the floor, and then hits her with the chair. I'm just a bit confused, because are we going through all of this and then are we just gonna catch up to the first tape, you know, because this is all a prequel? Maybe this entire season is just meant to explain all of the first season? I don't know. Let's keep watching. Let's keep watching. On to the next one. Tape 29. Okay, this immediately sounds like reversed audio.
Come here.
What is this? What the hell is going on, dude? What was that? Oh, I gotta download the audio for that and reverse it and figure out what's going on. Okay, here's what Meg said in reverse.
It's not my fault, Sarah.
It's not my fault, Sarah. So this video, Meg is talking directly to Sarah. It seems like Sarah maybe came downstairs and found Meg, and that's why Meg said, come here. Sarah walks over to Meg, and she starts bleeding from out of her eyes, getting it all over her shirt. It seems like she shows like her insides, and she says, it's not my fault, Sarah. I'm just trying to think like what is not her fault? Like it's not my fault I'm a robot now or what? But it's horrifying to think that her daughter sees her as this now. Like what a horrible family. Like Sylvester apparently has burns all over his hands and his face, and then now her mother is a robot. So like this kid's gonna be traumatized crazy, dude. I'm curious to see how this is all gonna wrap up, because I feel like I'm getting through these tapes a lot quicker than I thought I would. But again, let's continue and see where things go. On to the next one. Tape 30. Just leave her alone, bro. Or at least put her hair back on. Come on. There we go. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, notice how there's no more blood on her face either. It's just on the shirt. Oh my god. I didn't realize it took off his entire finger. Oh, maybe that's what she meant by it's not my fault. Like it's not my fault that the gears like turned and cut his finger off. Maybe that's what she means. What is he doing? Is that a toothbrush? I don't know what that was. Oh. Is he like putting makeup on her? This is generally insane. This is so psychotic. Is he like setting up a date? He's literally pretending to eat. See, it's like, all right, even if people find out that he's like abusing the Meg or like, you know, beating up this robot, you can't really get in trouble for that. Like, I feel like the only thing he can get in trouble for is the fact that he stole the robot. And even then, nothing that crazy is going to happen to him. But it's like, this is so messed up that her soul is in this thing and he's just messing with it so much like this. And there's really nothing that can be done. Alright, the date's over. Alright, so that one was just another sick and twisted video, I guess. I don't really have much to comment on that one, because obviously not that much happened story-wise. But let's jump into the next one. Tape 31. Really glitchy footage.
Steve says that we're here.
Oh dear, look at your shirt. Stains everywhere here. So you gonna give her the black shirt now? Yep.
Here. Yes, there was. What? Yes, get you in this chair. For this Matthew.
Record this, Matthew. That's the clear circle of how we get back all the way to season 1's beginning. Is right there. So now we got to see everything leading up to the first tape, and we know what goes on from here, that Sylvester is abusing her like crazy and then eventually burns her. Now there was a thing that somebody was like fixing her in season 1 and we weren't sure who it was. We knew it wasn't Sylvester, and I don't think it's Sarah, so I'm guessing it's this guy Matt, because Matthew seems to always be there when Sylvester's filming. So maybe he feels bad for Meg and is trying to rebuild her, and then Sylvester just keeps on destroying her. But now is where I wonder where we're going to go next, because I know there's quite a few videos left, but they're very different. For example, the next couple of videos that we're about to watch are called Archival Footage. They're not numbered tapes. So let's jump into them and see what happens. Archival Footage, Shed.
Here's the abandoned property. You know, there's a house and there's a shed. And I've been in the shed and I found something pretty strange, so I wanted to document it. So, you know, like pretty standard stuff, like a broken bike. Over here there's like a wheelbarrow with, you know, shovels, rubber gloves.
They're Sylvester's gloves,
yeah.
Right?
But then I found this. It's like an old hand of like some robot or something.
Meg's hand?
Well, let me get out here. So yeah, me and my friend, we pried open the Bilko door that leads to the basement. It's the only way that we found to get in the house. So I actually haven't been down here. This is my first time. So.
Oh my god, that's the door. And the carpet. Wait.
This carpet is like wet. This thing is just like an inversion table, I think. It's pretty dark in here. What the heck was that? Nope. No.
Fair response. The description of this video says archival video taken in 2008. And we know that a lot of the other footage was from the 90s. Is this someone just going into Sylvester's house maybe after he's gone? Like, first of all, what happened to him? If someone else is just walking into his house. Because they're saying like, oh, we went into the shed, now we're in the basement. But everything looks exactly the same. Like the carpet's there. We know that's Sylvester's house for sure because that's the door. This door right here next to my webcam, it has that, it's got that window that we've seen a lot in season 1. So I'm just confused. Someone's just walking into the house. They're almost making it seem like that it's abandoned. So then they broke in and they're looking at everything, or maybe they. I don't know. I don't really know too much of the context here, but they're going in here and everything's exactly the same. They're saying that the carpet is wet though, and the inversion table is there. We saw the inversion table a lot in season 1, but you hear a glass break. So what's that? Again, there's more of these videos. There's more of these archival footage videos. So again, of course, on to the next one. Archival footage, basement. Just want to let you guys know I got peak analog horror vibes right now. It's late at night and it's pouring rain out. So you may even hear the rain on the mic a little bit.
Okay, so we're back at the property, but this time I came prepared. I brought a flashlight and a knife, you know, just in case. So I'm gonna head down here, see what's, hopefully explore more. Oh, I'm noticing a few things that weren't here last time. That means, someone's been in here since, last Tuesday. Wait, what's this? What is this thing?
It's Meg's
like a
foot.
Piece of wood.
I believe this is Meg's foot. That was the only thing that survived being burned, and that's why there's burn marks on the end of it.
What is this? It's like a burnt tip. I have no idea what this is. Alright, I'm kind of nervous that there's gonna be like some hermit or someone, possibly someone dangerous down here. Oh wait, look, Legos. I love Legos.
Sarah's Legos.
Should I play with them? No. Nah, I shouldn't play with them.
Bro, lock in. Explore the rest of the place. Do you hear that?
Oh my god, what was, no, I gotta get out of here, I gotta get out of here. Oh my god, oh my god.
No. What the hell?
I'm sure, the lights. Was someone sitting on the door?
Okay, so he goes down there, finds new things that are there. So that means that someone's been there, and then all of a sudden, the doors close, and someone's apparently sitting on the doors, so he can't get out. So there's something down there, and there's someone up there. Or I'm wondering if it could be something like Meg's spirit is just doing all this, you know what I mean? Closing the doors and making that noise and stuff like that. I believe there's one more video left from this archival footage era. So let's just finish that up. On to the next one. Archival footage tape.
Okay, so I took a bunch of VHS tapes from that shed, and I actually have a VCR, so I'm gonna try and play them, and kind of curious for what's on these.
I wonder if it's gonna be anything new or the tapes that we've been watching.
This is one of numerous tapes that were in this shed.
Tape 1.
This is strange. This is not at all what I was expecting. It looks like some sort of robot. It's like that robot hand that I found in the shed. Wait, no, that one was white. I don't know where that could have came from.
I do still think it was Meg's hand. Again, another extremely short video. All those videos came from 2008, the description says. Just imagine how creepy it is. Like, you go to this house, right? You find this hand in a shed, you find this creepy basement stuff going on, and then you find these tapes that show that some robot, some really creepy looking robot was in that same basement. It's just really, really scary stuff if it actually happened in real life. Another thing is, how did this guy get out of the basement? There's just no reference to that at all, unless it was the shed video, this video, and then the basement video, because I guess they could be in a different order. Like, maybe he never got out of the basement. I'm not sure. They're like, just very odd at this point. I feel odd doing these because they're so short, so I don't really have too much to say at the end of each of them. I'm like, we're getting very close to the end, and I'm just, I don't know. there's still, I don't know what that was all about. It was definitely nice to get, the first bunch of tapes that we watched today, because we got to basically get a prequel to everything that happened and get some confirmations on stuff that we thought about in season 1. But I just don't know what was going on with that archival footage. Let's jump into the next one. Pontiac Robotics promo video. Official Wired Warblers Pontiac Robotics demo video.
Here at Pontiac Robotics, we offer a wide range of creative it'll look exactly how you want it.
I really hope this music isn't copyrighted.
We even have options for the holidays.
Let us know, let us know, let us know. Classic.
And it doesn't end with animatronics. We also make puppets.
Whoa, that was really creepy. Because that really looked like an animatronic. I wonder where these videos are actually from. Okay. I don't know what was up with that. I will tell you that last one, that last puppet, definitely creeped me out a little bit. It went from super positive to, I don't know, it was just odd. The mood transition there at the end. That was very, very weird. Okay, so the next video is interesting because it's called Meg is Back. And then after that video, it's just the last tape. But what's interesting is that there's a playlist on the channel called Carl and Julian. And the first video in the playlist is the video Meg is Back. And then there are 5 other videos in the playlist that are unlisted. We're gonna go through all the videos in that playlist first, and then we'll watch the last tape. On to the next one. Pulling Meg out of the trash. So the weirdest thing just happened in between those videos. I'm like going through, I'm like, all right, which video are we gonna go through next? Like I'm trying to like get timelines together, whatever. I hear what sounds like a trumpet, but someone has been outside like playing an instrument for like 20 minutes in the pouring rain. I did manage to kind of record some audio from it, so I'll play it right here for you to listen to. Now, I've played enough horror games to know that I should not be going outside to check it out, so it ended up, I think it stopped now, but I just had to include how weird that was because I got up and I was like, am I really hearing that correctly? And I opened my window and yeah, I'm hearing that correctly. But let's get into the next set of videos. So I did say the next video was Meg is Back, but the first video on the playlist is actually pulling Meg out of the trash. So let's watch that first. And in the description, it says video taken by Julian and Carl on October 30th, 2024.
Give me some more.
I think it's so crazy we're going to 2024 now.
I think it's a monkey.
It is? Oh my god, it's a monkey!
Oh, it's a monkey mask. Or gorilla mask?
What the heck? It's a
Or.
Fire in the hole. Bro, what is this? Bro, is that someone's shoe?
Is this the guy from Skibbity Toilet?
What the heck, bro? Bro, actually, what is that, bro?
Ugh.
Yo, don't throw that.
Is that your
set
mom?
the dumpster on fire. Idiot.
Okay.
Grab it, bro. Bro, you gotta pull this out, bro.
Yeah, my bad, bro. My bad.
Bro, what the hell is
Oh,
this,
it's
bro?
got like blood on it.
Nah, man, that's fake. Bro, I can tell what is fake and what is fake. Bro, what is this, bro? Looks like a person. Dude, you missed. So idiotic.
Ready?
Bro, you missed.
Well, so did you.
I didn't. Dude, you suck, bro. Bro, you gotta do it. Oh, shoot.
I'm sorry I'm not saying anything. I'm just kind of confused. We went from the 90s, when all of season 1 and season 2 went down, like everything that we just watched. Then we went to 2008, which looked like footage of someone going into Sylvester's home. You know, they find those tapes in the shed. They find Meg's hands. They find Meg's foot. And then now we're fast forwarding to 2024, where there is a completed Meg in the dumpster, not burned.
That's a faulty one. Dude, I've put up enough Lego sets to know how this works. Just put that in the hole. Just stick it in. Dude, my hand is right there, bro. What's wrong with you?
My bad.
Jesus Christ, dumbass. Okay. What the hell is going on with this? What the hell is that?
Maybe the monkey goes on the human. Maybe the monkey goes on the body.
Doesn't.
Come on, bro.
That goes there. What is this thing, bro? What is this place?
Oh. Hold on a minute. Oh my god, have we seen that door before somewhere? Let's keep watching.
Is this like a robot or something?
Probably. I think it's a robot. Kind of. Crap.
Okay.
Crap.
You know, everybody knows I'm the master of these little things.
Dude, it's not even there anymore. Freaking stupid, bro.
I hate these kids.
Oh, there it goes. Ah, that's hot. What the heck? What? What?
What the hell?
What the heck? What is it? It's moving. I'm not even moving it. This chair.
They're gonna put her in the chair.
Watch out!
I'm so confused how there's a fully completed Meg in 2024.
You're putting the monkey on.
Yeah, look, it's a monkey person.
It's a monkey person. Oh, the monkey's in a wheelchair. It's disabled.
Oh!
I don't know. Should we like be destroying this monkey? I mean, what if it's like historic? What if it's important?
It's not this.
Yo, Meg cannot catch a break, bro. She gets abused by Sylvester and then burned, and then now is just getting tossed by a bunch of brain rot kids.
Bro, it's not important. It's fun to mess with it, okay? You're off your rocker. Oh.
Off your rocker.
Damn it. There's like a sign on the other side of this building.
You've been here before or something?
No, I just saw it when we were coming here, like
But what does that say?
Pontiac Robotics?
Pontiac Robotics.
Oh wait, dude, I'm so smart. I just realized this is like the company of a robotics company.
Oh yeah.
And they threw out an old robot. Yeah.
Okay, so this is the Pontiac Robotics building, and they found it in the trash. I mean, I guess that makes sense, but that would have to mean that this is a different Meg from the one that we've seen so far. Like, this is just another Meg robot. But what's confusing is the fact that it has blood on its shirt, like the Meg that we know had. It's just not lining up very well, unless it has to be completely different Meg. The shirt just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's probably Chuck E. Cheese. It's probably what makes the Chuck E. Cheese robots. But like, dude, we should totally take this home and like fix it up, bro. Yeah, like, that'd be so smart. Look up what Pontiac Robotics is, bro.
Pontiac Robotics Archive. It's the same robot. It's not the monkey.
Wait, it is?
Yeah, it's the same robot.
See, I told you it's not the monkey. This dumbass.
Okay.
Whoa.
Let me see, bro.
It's like scary robot videos. It's like Five Nights at Freddy's.
Dude, it literally is Five Nights at Freddy's, bro. What the heck?
Yeah, it's like scary robot videos.
Is that fire?
Yo, they're burning at the robot.
See, bro.
What if we like send it to that YouTube channel? Because it's the same robot. Look at this, man.
Bro, I don't know. I feel like you're just yapping or something.
I'm not yapping, trust me.
Actually, kind of.
You'll see.
It does look kind of the same.
It's so interesting that the YouTube channel that we're watching these videos on is in the universe too.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt to send this crap into that channel. And maybe they could identify what this monkey is, bro. It's like a monkey.
It's like Donkey Kong or King Kong, whatever his name is.
It's Donkey Kong. King Kong is not a thing, bro.
Oh yeah. They're like killing the robot.
Bro, where?
Wait,
Let me see. Like, click on
What do you mean King Kong isn't a thing?
They're like, they're like peeing. They're peeing on the robot. They're peeing on the robot.
All right. So obviously we're in 2024 and some random kids just found this thing. So that explains the all the annoying things that they're saying. Also, I'd like to clarify that the description says this is season 3, episode 1. I actually wasn't aware of that. I thought we were just watching season 2 and that was to the end of the series, but this is season 3. And it seems we're going to be following these kids with Meg for the rest of the series now. God, I hate that they said skibbity toilet and let's see what they end up doing with it. They were talking about taking it home and fixing it. So let's see how that goes. On to the next one. Fixing Meg. Okay, so the description says this video takes place on December 20th, 2024.
Okay, well. Man, maybe we bit off more than we could chew. This is gonna be a pretty big project.
Nah, come on. That looks easy.
I mean,
man, the people who made this are probably broke.
It's budget cuts, something?
Probably budget cuts. Chuck E. Cheese budget cuts.
Yeah, because you know the cheese family.
Yeah. So that goes in there.
Does that go together? Ew, it actually goes together. That's pretty sick, man.
Oh god, this is like wiggly. Okay. So this is an arm, I guess, and this is a leg, I guess. So I should duct tape that together.
No, that's the leg. Oh,
because it has the sock on it. Okay. And this is also a leg. These are both legs. There's only one arm?
I think so.
Found the arm. There's no pool noodle, it's just the arm though. That's okay.
Oh, okay. So they got both the arms. Tape and tools.
Supplies and duct tape. You can start putting it back together.
I can't even lie. I can't even like say this is unrealistic because if I found something like this, I would definitely try to bring it home and put it back together. Even though I just said like not that long ago that, you know, I'm not going outside to check out the trumpet thing or the weird instrument that's going on outside because I've played too many horror games. I would bring this home, try to rebuild it, and try to use it for a YouTube video. So I can't even knock what's going on here.
Okay, so this is actually the leg. So we are missing an arm.
This arm goes here though. So.
Ah. Hey, time lapse. They're actually doing pretty good. They were annoying me a lot in the last video, but they're doing really good here.
We got the pants on and the shoes on.
Is it recording? Just kind of attached. Hey, I wonder why there's blood on it. I mean, that's kind of weird.
Probably fake.
Yeah.
Maybe someone used it as like a Halloween decoration or something.
Probably. Maybe some kids spilled fruit punch on it and Chuck E. Cheese. I don't know.
Oh, that's a good point.
Oh my god, enough with the Chuck E. Cheese, bro.
So I'm just gonna tape the hell on for now, and then we'll figure out how it like moves later. So yeah, Carl, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go to the closet and get some supplies.
Okay, sounds good. Okay,
Interesting. They definitely did something by rebuilding her. At least just seeing how weird the end of that last one was. I'm just curious how this is gonna like contribute to the story here. I'm a little lost at the fact that we've just like moved on from Sylvester now. We're just gonna keep going. Next one. Hello there. Okay, so she's just straight up moving now. Okay, so those pair of shoes that we saw walk up to her at the end, that was either Julian or Carl. I'm guessing whichever one stayed downstairs. But interesting, so rebuilding her has now given her the ability to move again. And it looks like she's moving better than ever before. All right, yeah, we're running it through to the end. On to the next one. Poking around. Okay, this next one is from January 6th, so this is about like 20-ish days later, a little less than that, I think. Okay, footage from the 20th tape of Meg burning. Her being found, and now we're here.
I think the only way to get this robot back and working is finding out how she works. So today, we're gonna try to find her power source and see what's inside of it. So, I brought these rubber gloves so I don't get electrocuted. What the hell? What? Julian, was that you? Julian? What the hell is this? Why aren't the lights working?
Oh no.
Carl, come here.
All right. So Meg is moving on her own and speaking. Now, I do think this beginning section is actually important because we see the burning, right? This is where Sylvester burned her body. And then we see her, it looks like traveling through clouds, and then boom, all of a sudden we're outside of Pontiac Robotics Archives. So I'm wondering if this is like how her spirit traveled. Like her spirit was burned there, and then the next thing she knows is she's back in this android body outside of Pontiac Robotics Archives. That would make sense to me, how it was possessing that one and now it's possessing this one. Let me know if you think that's a stretch, but that makes sense to me. Meg got some PTSD when this guy was like, all right, we're gonna see how she works and we're gonna, you know, go inside of her. And we get flashbacks of, you know, Sylvester like smashing her face and her screaming. And he even says, I have gloves on, which again, Sylvester always had gloves on. And correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm colorblind, but I believe these are the same color as Sylvester's gloves too. So then it seems like she turns off the lights, and next thing we see is her sitting up. All right, on to the next one. We only got a few left now. Not so innocent.
Carl, look what I found in a shed. I found this in a shed in like the middle of nowhere. It's like a cool hand.
Wait,
cool?
that's cool and all, but I just heard Meg talk. She just said something.
Nah, man, you're capping. There's no
I'm not
way.
capping. She actually said something.
How is that even possible? She doesn't have any power.
I don't know, man.
Okay, you're going crazy. All right. Well,
We should get rid of her. This is terrifying.
Dude, you're tripping. There's no way. Talk. She doesn't talk. There's no power.
No, I swear, she actually, like...
Nah, man, it'd be funny if we connected this to her hand, though. So.
Bro, that is her hand.
There are like Legos on the... Oh, look at that. Now Meg has a hand.
Maybe get away from her before... I don't know. I don't trust this thing.
I mean, there's no brains. There's literally just a coffee cup in her head. There's nothing else there.
What?
I'm gonna go out and grab some supplies. I want to get her running soon.
Carl, come closer.
Oh god, she just talked again. Julian!
Is that a knife? Oh, it's part of scissors. Whoa. She just stabbed one of them. Okay, no idea how he got the hand, but I don't really think Meg is actually trying to hurt them. My theory is that she just attacked them because she thinks that they're gonna be like Sylvester and, you know, try to like torture her and mess with her, especially after one of them was like, oh, let's go inside of her and see what's going on. Like, if I was Megan, I'd be like, yeah, no, not again. So we only got 2 videos left now, so let's go on to the next one. Meg is back.
Meg. Please stop it. Please.
Meg, please stop it. You demon. Stop it, please stop it. Alright, so it looks like even after being stabbed, they kept her. And now she's just singing in their basement. And now it's time. The series finale. Here we go. The last tape. It's actually awesome seeing her move, even though this video is terrible quality right now. Oh, that's...
Get away. Please.
That's creepy. Bro, kick it! At this point, I'm not gonna lie, like, kick it. Especially if she stabbed you before. This is your fault, Sylvester.
Does not look like you have been rushing enough. Oh dear.
I think this is... It is very hard to see, but the last thing right at the end there, it says, thank you. Now it is time. We're done with the series now. There's no more videos for us to react to for the Meg series. So I'm gonna go through everything and give you pretty much my rough timeline and my theories and my thoughts. This is pretty insane because I do think this is now the first analog horror series I have officially watched the entire thing of, I think. But let's go through it. In timeline order. So there's a family, Sylvester, Meg, and their daughter, Sarah. Sylvester works for Pontiac Robotics Archives, and he helps deliver those robots to all different sorts of places, like Utopia Orthodontist and Wild Wolbers. Meg ends up finding out that Sylvester has been having an affair with somebody that works at Utopia Orthodontist. So there's two possibilities of things that happened here. Either in a fit of rage, she decides to set the house on fire, risking Sylvester and their daughter's life. Or I think there's a possibility that Sylvester actually burned down the house to try and kill Meg. Maybe they got into a huge argument when she found out that he was cheating on her, and he just loses his mind and burns the place down. When we learn about this in the news report, they do say that they speculate that she was trying to escape through a window, but she was unable to open it. Maybe there's a chance that Sylvester locked her in there, you know, started the fire, locked her in there, and then escaped with Sarah. Either way, for either theory, Sylvester escapes with Sarah, although he burns his hands and his face. This seems to make him enraged, because even though Megan's dead, there's really nothing he could do to get revenge on her any further because of this. So he becomes obsessed with a robot that he made that looks similar to her. He works at Pontiac Robotics, so we know that he had to do with the building of the Meg robot. At this time, Wild Wolbers has the pizza chef Meg. Sylvester becomes obsessed with it. He wants this robot. So he brings Sarah like every day to come and see it at Wild Wolbers. I think he ends up messing with it, and he gets away with messing with it at Wild Wolbers because he works for Pontiac Robotics, but even some of the workers call him a creep and wish they could have just punched him in the face for messing with it in the first place.
Have you seen the repair file for this thing? thicker than a phone book.
That weirdo kept meddling with his thing behind the curtains.
I'd pop that cretin in the kisser if he wasn't keeping my family fed.
And then I think because Sylvester messed with it, they now have to decommission this version of Meg, and they're going to sell her off to Utopia Orthodontist. Now, Sylvester knows all about this because he works for Pontiac Robotics and knows that they're transferring it, and he knows that they're going to bring the Meg robot to a trade show. So he decides to steal the robot from the convention center when the trade show is happening. He then brings her home, and we witness a lot of what we saw today, where he brought her home, set her up, you know, his finger got cut off, he goes on that weird date with her, and then he starts abusing her and torturing her. At this point, this goes back to the first set of tapes that we ever watched for this series, where we just see Sylvester like taking her and throwing her, burning her, setting her on fire, putting her out in the rain and spraying water on her, smashing her head, doing all of these horrible, horrible things to her. Now, during all of this, it appears that somehow his wife's spirit is inside of this animatronic, inside of this robot. Now, how that happens is a little bit unclear, because it seems like Meg's spirit is inside this robot when it's at the trade show. But then there's also things that we see, like in some of the tapes from season 1, we see this thing written in Latin that says Megan Resurrection, and it talks about stealing her from the trade show and breaking her into pieces and all sorts of things like that. And that kind of made me think that there was like some sort of ritual that he was doing. You guys even let me know in the comments on my first video that his mask says ritus, which in Latin means ritual, but it doesn't make sense that at the trade show she was saying run, no, 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 when he didn't even bring her home yet to do a ritual. Unless maybe his ritual was keeping her soul like stuck inside of the robot. But anyway, he literally just abuses her constantly. While this is all going on, we have someone recording this, which is his friend Matthew. And we're also informed as these videos are going on that someone is fixing Meg. And Sylvester's confused, like who could be fixing her? Why are they fixing her? I think the person fixing her was Matthew. I think Matthew genuinely felt bad for Meg because he knew that this was wrong. We even see when Sylvester first tells Matthew like, hey, I'm gonna need you to record this for me. And Matthew's like, dude, this is just wrong. You're doing it just because she looks like your wife? Like, that's just weird.
Why would you do that? Because it looks like your wife? This is kind of absurd.
So I think he kept trying to fix her, and Matthew is the recorder. That's why when Sylvester finally decides to burn Meg forever in the final video of the first season, it says in Latin, the recorder will not be happy, because the recorder, Matthew, kept trying to rebuild her, and now Sylvester has completely destroyed her to the point that she can't be rebuilt. That all takes place in the 90s. Now, this is something I only realized while editing. Obviously, not all the tapes that we're watching are in order, especially since this second season of tapes takes place before season 1. So what I'm thinking is that tape 22 is actually the tape where Sylvester gets caught for all of this. Obviously, we see the cop come in and fight him, and it looks like Sylvester defeats the cop. But obviously there's a chance that just another cop came and caught Sylvester. And now that he's beaten up or possibly killed a cop, I'm sure he was getting a lot more jail time than he was for actually just stealing the robotic android. If you notice, we see the Legos on the carpet here, and in the archival footage tapes, which takes place years later, the Legos are still on that same carpet. So that could be trying to tell us that this is when Sylvester gets caught, and after that point, the house is just abandoned because Sylvester's caught and his daughter Sarah gets put into foster care. And at the end of tape 22, we see Megan's face in the field, showing us that maybe her spirit is still alive and still here, even though everyone else isn't. Then, for some reason, I'm not too sure what's going on with this part, we jump to like 2008, where we get those archival footage videos, where someone discovers Sylvester's home, and they discover the shed and the basement. In the shed, they find the hand and the tapes, and in the basement, they find the foot. And somehow in the basement, they get trapped in there, which I'm not really sure how that works. They get trapped and then they get out of there, and they, you know, record a video talking about how they found the tapes, and they never really bring up how they got out of the basement or what happened in the basement. So I'm not really too sure what's going on in that era there. Then we get the last videos that we did, which are the videos that take place in 2024 and early 2025, where Carl and Julian find a version of Meg outside of Pontiac Robotics in the dumpster. Now again, this is a little confusing just because we watched Sylvester burn Meg, but now we're also seeing another Meg, which could make sense because Pontiac Robotics, I'm sure, made more than one Meg at some point. But this Meg has the same shirt that had blood on it from what should have been the 90s. But if we do ignore the shirt, it does make sense that they could have just found another Meg in the dumpster, and they decide, you know, they're kids, so they just bring her home and rebuild her. And upon rebuilding her, it seems it gives her the ability to completely move around and to speak again. And I believe she gets scared when one of the kids is like, oh, we're gonna go inside of her and see how she works, like look at her mechanics. And then Meg grabs a scissor and stabs one of them, which I believe this is just, she's scared because of PTSD from, you know, all the torture that she got from Sylvester. And despite being stabbed, they seem to keep her still, and she starts singing in the basement, eventually attracting one of them downstairs. And when they go to see her, they end up falling and Meg ends up crawling to them. This is where this may be a bit of a stretch, but I believe Meg ends up realizing that they're not trying to hurt her. And really what they did was they completed her. They fixed her the best that they possibly could. Just like how Matthew was trying to fix her back in the 90s, but could never seem to fully complete her before Sylvester just destroyed her again. And now that she had been fully completed and fully built back together and realized that she wasn't going to get tortured anymore, her soul was able to move on. That's why we get that weird thing in the last tape where she's like walking around in circles, because her ghost is finally leaving that robot body. And we even get a final shot showing the trees and then going up to the sky, which is, I believe, just her soul moving on to the afterlife. And that's why at the end of the video, it says, thank you. Although you could take that as the Pontiac Robotics Archives creators saying thank you to everybody for watching the entire series. But I also would like to believe that it means that Meg is saying thank you to those two kids for rebuilding her. Despite us watching her being tortured for the entire series, she finally gets rebuilt and put back together rather than torn apart. And I think that's the entire thing. If you have any disagreements with that, let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to discuss it and hear what you guys think. But as far as my thoughts on how the actual series went as a whole, I really enjoy season 1 a lot, just because it is so ambiguous and so odd, and we get such little pieces of information and we got to try our best to put it together. And the visual style is just so weird with the really bad camera quality, and just the fact that you're introduced to this android that might be able to talk, might be able to move, but it's just getting abused. It's just so mysterious and creepy and odd. I also enjoy season 2 because we get to really complete the story a lot better. We get told about how Sylvester acquired Meg in the first place. We get told about who the recorder is, how he started torturing her, the whole process of how everything started, which then made the whole first season make sense. But again, it's just confusing to me, the whole archival footage section with somebody just randomly going in the house in like 2008. That's not really explained. Like, who shut the door to the house on the guy when he was stuck in the basement? Was that Meg? Was that Sylvester? What happened to Sylvester? What happened to Sarah? And then honestly, at first, I didn't really like the idea of the two kids discovering Meg in the modern day and then just like fixing her up and her soul going off. But I do think that wraps it up kind of nicely. I just think it's weird that her soul moved from the robot that was completely burned to ash to this other new robot that was in the dumpster. And again, why does it have the same white shirt? That just doesn't make much sense to me. But overall, I enjoyed a lot of this series. I do think that I wanted more. I do think I wanted to understand more why her soul was in the robot. Maybe I genuinely missed it, and if I did, let me know in the comments down below if you guys have any thoughts or theories about that. But it really does feel like that they were going at a nice pace here, getting these videos out and doing the story well, you know, by going through it and then going back in time and showing us how things led up to the first season. But I'm just not as big of a fan as that later half with the archival footage and the modern day stuff. But that's my personal opinion. What you guys should know is that Pontiac Robotics Archives channel is actually working on a new series now called the Columbus Catalog. And I haven't taken a look at it at all yet, other than just looking at some of the thumbnails, and it looks just as weird as the entire Meg series. So if you guys want to go check out their new series and support them, please be sure to go check out their Pontiac Robotics Archive channel, which will be linked at the top of the description down below. Please be sure to go and support your analog horror content creators. They also do have a little bit of merch. I'll be sure to link that in the description down below as well, in case you guys want to check that out. But please, please, please go support these creators, because they made something that I think is so weird and something that I've never really seen before. Again, do you even consider this analog horror? I know I've been calling it that, but it is so weird and so odd that I don't even know if it fits in that genre or if it's just in the found footage genre. let me know. But if you guys did enjoy this video, please be sure to drop a like on it. And if you're new here, please be sure to subscribe. We're trying to hit 1.5 million subscribers. Also, if you guys want to see more content from me that isn't horror related, please be sure to go check out my second channel, which will also be linked in the description down below. I've been uploading a ton of vlogs there and other gaming videos that aren't horror related, so be sure to check it out if you're interested. And alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.